isn't the Human Torch the coolest among the Fantastic Four? I mean, come on. He yells, "Flame on!" and turns into a literal fireball, soaring through the sky like a meteor on Red Bull. He has got super fancy powers, flies like a jet, glows like a torch, and burns brighter than your ex's red flags. Yeah, but not really. Because when you stop being dazzled by the fireworks and start actually looking at what Johnny Storm brings to the table, you will realize that while he might be the flashiest, he's also the most flawed. So, let's break it down. Johnny Storm got his powers from the same cosmic ray blast that hit the rest of the Fantastic Four. He got to become a human Zippo lighter, but on steroids. He can fly at blazing speeds, control fire, shoot heat blasts, and in extreme cases, explode in a supernova, which is a fiery blast powerful enough to fry everything within miles. The guy is basically a walking nuke with an ego. It's visually stunning, sure, but here's the problem. All his power is aggressive, loud, and incredibly hard to control. He's all about going big, and sometimes the mission needs someone who can go smart. I mean, Johnny treats hero work like a thrill ride. Remember in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, when he chased the Silver Surfer across the skyline like it was a go-kart race? I mean, zero strategy, just pure adrenaline. And then after getting bodied midair, he ends up accidentally swapping powers with everyone on the team. That's right, Reed goes full rubber fire noodle, Sue starts glitching between invisible and flammable, and Ben briefly has flame powers and just hates it. Why? Because Johnny Storm wanted to test something cool. That is not heroism, that is frat boy science. There's even a whole Ultimate Fantastic Four comic arc where Johnny abandons a mission because he didn't want to get his hair singed. Seriously, hair. Speaking of psychology, he's emotionally 14 and spiritually a golden retriever. If you insult him, he will roast you, literally. If someone hurts his pride, he doesn't reflect, he escalates. If Sue tells him to calm down, he starts a firestorm and then gets mad when she blocks it with a force field. In almost every adaptation, Johnny's ego is his biggest weakness. He wants the fame, the headlines, the merchandise deal. In fact, in Fantastic Four 2005, he literally hires a PR agent before the team even finishes their first mission. Like, bro, the building is still on fire. You set it on fire. Stop asking for brand deals. He craves validation like Ben craves pants that fit. Now, here is where things really fall apart. For Johnny, teamwork is optional. While Reed calculates, Ben protects, and Sue balances everyone out, Johnny derails missions because he thinks with his pride. There are multiple times in the comics and films where his decisions put the team and civilians at risk. He's the guy who would rather show off than show up. Yes, his fire powers are strong, but they are also narrow. He's not versatile like Sue, who can do offense, defense, stealth, and strategy all at once. He's not adaptive like Reed, who can stretch into a shield, a rope, or a parachute. He's not durable like Ben, who can take the hits and keep swinging. He flies, shoots fireballs, and yells catchphrases. If there's a flood, a blizzard, or literally anything not flammable, Johnny is basically a candle at a barbecue. And the Nova Burst? Sure, it is powerful, but in Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes, when he uses it in desperation, Sue has to contain it with her force field to stop him from destroying the entire city. His ultimate move is so dangerous that someone else has to clean it up. That is not a power. That is a liability with cool sound effects. So yeah, Johnny Storm may be the life of the party, the guy with the best one-liners, and the hottest selfie in the Marvel universe, literally. But when it comes to being a member of a team, a real team, he is the weak link. Not because he's not powerful, but because he doesn't know how to use that power responsibly. When you're saving the world, you need more than fireworks. You need focus, you need self-awareness, you need trust. And Johnny, he's usually busy checking his reflection in a burning building's window. Mr. Fantastic. The smartest man alive who will forget your birthday. Because while Reed Richards may have the brain power of 1,000 Albert Einsteins doing Sudoku in space, he is also the human equivalent of a loading bar when it comes to emotions. Reed Richards was blasted by the same cosmic rays that gave the team their powers. While the others got more straightforward abilities, Reed's body became elastic. He can stretch, twist, flatten, and reshape himself into just about anything. He can become a human parachute, a slingshot, a rubber bouncy ball, or a wall of rubber to shield his teammates. Useful? Absolutely. Weird? Let's not lie, it is kinda weird. But Reed's real power isn't physical. It's his brain. This man is one of the smartest characters in the entire Marvel universe. He has built interdimensional portals, discovered alternate realities, and solved problems so complicated that even the best scientists in the world could never solve. This guy could build a time machine out of a microwave and an old Walkman. He is that smart. In Fantastic Four 2015, Reed spends more time building stuff in his lab than bonding with his own family. His marriage to Sue? Constantly strained because Reed doesn't always know how to be present. And in Fantastic Four 2005, he literally delays proposing to Sue because he's too focused on monitoring radiation levels. Like, bro, read the room, not just the cosmic data. Now, don't get it twisted. Reed isn't a villain. He is deeply moral, but he's also deeply stuck in his head. He's the kind of guy who will risk his life for you, but forget to say goodbye. In many comics, Reed is shown grappling with guilt. Guilt for turning Ben into the Thing. Guilt for dragging his friends into cosmic chaos. Guilt for not always being the husband or leader they deserve. He is the leader by default, not by charisma. The planner, not the heart. And sometimes, that means the team doesn't just need his intelligence. They need him, fully present, emotionally available, and willing to stretch in more than just a physical sense. The Thing. The toughest guy with the saddest eyebrows. You know, the big orange boulder with fists the size of microwaves, a voice like a gravel truck, and the catchphrase that lives rent-free in every Marvel fan's head, "It's clobbering time." Yeah, but he's also a tragic poem wrapped in bricks. A soft, squishy heart stuck inside a rock-hard shell. Ben Grimm isn't just a bruiser. He is the soul of the Fantastic Four, and ironically, the one who has probably suffered the most. Let's crack this one open. But not literally, he hates that. Thanks to that lovely cosmic ray spa treatment, Ben Grimm became the Thing. A giant, orange, rock-skinned mountain of strength and durability. He can punch through walls, survive building collapses, and hold his own against the Hulk on a good day. Seriously, he is one of the strongest characters in the Marvel universe. But don't ask him to open a pickle jar delicately though, because he's the guy you send in when subtlety is no longer an option. Ben is the wrecking ball, but here's the twist. He didn't want any of this. Unlike Johnny, who flies around flaming with glee, or Reed, who still looks like a string bean scientist, Ben lost everything about being human. His appearance? Gone. His sense of touch? Blunted. His ability to wear normal jeans? A distant memory. In Fantastic Four 2005, he literally gets dumped by his fiancée because of how he looks. And instead of reacting with rage, he just sulks off to sit alone on the side of a bridge, like a sad, rocky pigeon. Ben hates what he has become. He didn't sign up for fame or powers. He was Reed's best friend who got dragged into this cosmic accident and paid the highest price. He looks like a demolition site, but inside, the guy is basically a sad Sinatra song. Ben's personality is a glorious mix of sarcasm, sass, and pure, unfiltered Brooklyn. He is constantly annoyed, especially with Johnny, who treats him like a chew toy. Their banter is legendary, but beneath the insults, Ben genuinely cares. He just has the emotional vocabulary of a 1940s cab driver. He is that tough old uncle who pretends he hates everything, but secretly knits sweaters for puppies when no one's watching. And he's loyal to a fault. He stands up for the underdog. He protects civilians first, even when it means taking punches for the team. He is not flashy, he's not vain, he's just trying to do the right thing. In a body that makes mirrors cry, Ben's strength isn't just physical, it's emotional resilience. He wakes up every day in a body he didn't choose. He can't blend in, he can't take a vacation, he can't even sit in a regular chair without crushing it like a soda can. And yet, he shows up every single time. He could be bitter. He could walk away. He could just smash stuff and pout. But instead, he fights for others. He jokes through the pain, and when things go south, he is the first to charge in. Even if the world treats him like a monster, that's not just heroism, that is humanity. In its roughest, most rock-solid form, the Invisible Woman. Is she the quiet one who turns invisible, floats around in heels, and keeps the boys from setting the building on fire? Yeah, no. Because if you think Sue Storm is there just to fill the quota, or be Reed's cosmic girlfriend, you are missing the point. She's not just the strongest member of the Fantastic Four, she is the most important one. Period. Let's talk about the Queen, who literally contains the chaos while wearing a fitted suit and a straight face. First of all, let's get something straight. Turning invisible is not her coolest power. It is just the tip of the cosmic iceberg. Sue Storm can project force fields, and not just shields, but highly controlled, powerful, dynamic constructs that she can shape, throw, wield, weaponize, or ride like a surfboard if she really wanted to. She can block missiles, create psychic bubbles that cut off oxygen, trap enemies inside unbreakable domes, slice through matter with razor-sharp force sheets, and, oh yeah, contain a literal supernova when Johnny loses his fiery mind. Let me repeat that for those in the back. She contained Johnny's planet-melting, solar-exploding meltdown using nothing but her willpower and cosmic energy shields. That is not defensive. That is dominance. Sue isn't just a powerhouse. She's the grown-up in the room. While Johnny's lighting up in the ceiling and Reed's geeking out about interdimensional math, Sue is multitasking with the poise of a battlefield commander and the patience of someone who raised a hyperactive golden retriever. In flames! In Fantastic Four 2015, when the whole team is splintering emotionally, it is Sue who reconnects them with one simple message. We are not just a team, we are a family. And she means it. Because while the others have powers, Sue embodies balance. Her whole skill set is about control, composure, and precision, which is exactly what keeps the Fantastic Four from becoming the Fantastic Meltdown. Alright. Let's talk family for a second. Johnny is the total chaos engine, whereas Sue, his older sister, is basically the full-time manager of a very flammable toddler. She stops him from going nuclear, lectures him like a bossy but loving mom, and still cheers him on when he actually grows up a little. If Sue wasn't there, Johnny would have been kicked out of the team, the city, or possibly the Earth by now. And Reed? Look, being in a relationship with the most distracted brain in the multiverse can't be easy. This man will forget their anniversary, then try to build a time machine to go back and fix it, and still, somehow, miss the dinner reservation. But Sue doesn't just support Reed. She stabilizes him. She reminds him of what really matters. She's the reason Reed doesn't become a cold, detached science robot. She brings warmth to his logic, and somehow still saves the universe between arguments. What makes Sue truly terrifying, in the best way, is that she is usually the calmest one, but when she does snap, good luck. In the comics, there are moments when Sue loses her cool and you realize, oh, she could kill everyone in this room without breaking a sweat. She could suffocate a villain in a vacuum bubble. She could crush a tank with her mind. She could flatten Reed into a human pancake. But she doesn't. Because Sue Storm isn't just powerful, she's disciplined. She doesn't need to prove herself with flashy stunts or catchphrases. She knows what she brings, and she does it flawlessly. Honestly, Sue is the backbone of the Fantastic Four. She is the one who gets overlooked because she doesn't fly around yelling slogans or punch things into orbit, but she is the one who holds the whole team together. The truth is, when everything goes to hell and Galactus shows up, Johnny's combusting, Reed's tweaking a gravity stabilizer, and Ben's already punched a hole through a building, Sue Storm quietly steps in, raises one hand, and saves everyone. And that is the most fantastic thing of all. So yeah, Human Torch might be the hottest, but when it comes to being fantastic, he's bringing up the rear. Now, with the new Fantastic Four movie, we are about to see these cosmic-powered heroes get the spotlight they truly deserve in the MCU. The team is finally stepping into the bigger Marvel universe and is going to be epic. And with that, I will leave you with this. Who is your favorite Fantastic Four member? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more Marvel content. Catch you in the next one.